Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the second part of your solstice reading. This is going to be a reading on the chakras. This is part of the blueprint energy readings that we do. We're going to be doing in January, from January 23. And we're going to be taking a lot further. This is almost like a glimpse into the reading. It comes into a lot into the work I do as an energy healer, which I've been doing for the last 30 years. But we're going to be taking it so much further in January. This is just a glimpse into it. So without further ado, let's just connect to that energy line that goes through here. There it comes in there. Beautiful. Okay, and let's just bring up through the Astroflower what we call our chakra man. Excellent, and there it is. Okay, so let's just get in straight away. Here we go. We've got the head and the legs coming down there. So the chakras that go up. Let's just see what's going on. Get a straight reading for you, Sagittarius. Yeah, there's a lot on. Okay. Okay, I got that. So so just doing a quick sort of go through here. The crown chakra is on fire. You're very stimulated at the moment. Could maybe a bit too much. So I would take time out with a bit of meditation. Also just doing activities that are just fun, that don't really have any other goal than just sort of like, shooting the breeze sort of thing. It could be sport, it could be just going out with some friends, just going for a walk and stuff like that. You need time out here, otherwise you're going to end up, there is a risk of burnout. So you don't want that. I don't think so, but I'm just sort of better hedging your bets, as it were. Just make sure you take time out and enjoy life, as it were. Okay, and on your throat and your third eye chakra, which is just here, you get which is the same chakra, the third eye and the throat chakra. So the throat is like equivalent of the behind a chakra. So on the plexus solis, you have two chakras where that's the front petals and that's the back petals, and it's connected by like a bar that goes through you, as in a way, like two sort of like daffodils that go like that. And with the heart, with the throat and the third eye chakra, it gets turned round. So I'll try and walk like an Egyptian. You end up like with both chakras, both petals out front, and it loops like that, a bit like a trombone then. So it works like a trombone. So then your throat chakra is actually a lot more developed than your third eye, which is converting those hot ideas that you've got into reality and bringing them out into the fore. So it is a lot of networking going on there. You're going to have to make very quick decisions at the moment in this solstice period. And I think that's where we saw in the first sort of month of your reading. And then we get down to the heart. Now the heart it accumulates a lot of emotion and then accumulates and releases. And there's this sort of valve moment within you where you can step back from the situation and allow your emotions to just drop, or step forward and allow your emotions out. And I think this is what the Queen of Cups was all about, and that was that karmic mission. I think you've got to learn for what makes you. At what point do you allow yourself to those emotions out, and what point do you allow your emotions just to sort of sit and be restrained in a way, in accordance to the heart? And I think this is a learning curve here. And once you get it, you're going to be the talk of the town. You're going to find yourself in a really comfortable position with no matter who you're with, even if the situation is difficult. Even if it's a situation, let's just say that you've split up with someone and the other person is having a hard time with that split up, and no one wants that really for the other person. And, it's not a case of sacrificing yourself here. It's a case of helping that person. And to help that person, maybe you need to take out the emotions of the situation and be a little bit more sort of practical, logical about it. And this is getting that heart chakra, is getting that under control, or having some sort of sense of using it, a bit like you'd use like a wind when flying a kite, or sailing, or surfing, using the wave to carve and get some power and speed. It's that sort of thing. So let's just see what's going on in your solar plexus as well. That's constant, like a good old diesel engine. It's really, you've got good amount of courage and determination and stuff like that. Really nice. So you're definitely going to get through this. You're going to be able to just keep chunking along. And then in your sacrum, let's see what's going on there. Okay, so yeah, you do have to pay attention to the work play ethic a little bit. I can understand that there's a lot of work on at the moment, certainly with all those beautiful fiery energy within your crown chakra. It's really alive. It's nice, but which is going to give more attention to your work. So then your playtime is going to have a little bit more. You're going to sacrifice a bit of your playtime, and I can understand that. But you just don't want that imbalance to grow. So on your right hand of your sacrum, it's a little bit depleted. So I would just be wary of that on that side. And on the administration side is like you want to get things sorted. So that's where the attention's going for your desires. Okay, let's just see on the root here. So the root is good. It's thick. It's not very deep. Therefore, you're going to be floating around a bit, and I think that's helped you with the networking and stuff like that. Not to be too grounded, but there is it is heavy as well, so it's not allowing you to go too far, which is going to help you to concentrate on the here and now and get things done. Get the T's crossed and the I's dotted. That's what's going to be. That's the sort of thing you should be really concentrating on. Let's just see how it goes over the next sort of like what the progression is over the next sort of over the next month. I'd like to see the I'm going to go into the aura actually first of all. And yes, you're right. Okay, so there's one thing you need to be observant of and have an eye on is internal conversations that could be conflictual. So, I might be sitting here kind of going, oh, Cody, you're such a naughty dog. And Cody's not here with me, unfortunately. He will be with me in January, but I miss him like crazy. But anyway, that's my dog. Yeah. So Cody, and he's not there, but I'm having a conflict. I'm having a mental conflict with him. And it's like throwing off boomerangs because they end up coming around and hitting you on the back of the head. And you end up thinking, oh, Cody's throwing sticks at me. And that's, more often than not, it's ourselves that we're doing it to ourselves. So, it's with that sort of thing, you've got that little bit at the moment. That's whether you're going to have to play with your emotions, the Queen of Cup understandings that's going on there, and how the administration side is all to do with the Ace of Swords that we saw in your reading. And let's just see now. So you just need to be wary of that. Okay, don't try not to get into internal conflicts with external things. Let's just see what's going on in that February section. So we bring time forward a bit. Let's just see how we do that. What's going on? Your heart is a lot fuller, and this is where you got to understand the release mechanism of your emotions. There's a learning curve here, a real learning curve. There's also a lot more going on in your solar plexus. Your third eye now is really kicked in, and your crown chakra is dropping off. So it's getting very concentrated. It's obviously concentrating on a situation that is close to the heart and stuff like that, which obviously we've seen with the Three of Swords there. So let me see about this sacrum. You seem to have got that work play ethic sorted out, though. I just need to know what's going on the business side of it and how that works. I think it's where there's a change in society happening, and you're going to have to slightly change the way you do your administration papers, your billing, and stuff like that. Where things you're just going to have to change the structure a little bit of your job or your business or your projects and stuff like that to skirt around it. So that doesn't seem to be too much of a thing. I think it mainly hits us on the three of on the emotional side here. And I think that's on the outside, the collective. You should go and see the collective reading, and it talks about a sort of like a realization that we got to work together and get this, start working together. And sometimes people may not get that, and I think that's the feeling that you're going to get from people around you. You may feel like you're almost detached from people that you would normally be completely and utterly at one with, and that's what's causing that sort of heartache. And as things start falling into place, that's when you can like move forward. And as you do move forward, then the people around you also get that space, and there is understanding that can be provoked out of that. And the best way to help everybody around you is by having the control over that heart there. So in the third month, I think you nail it. I think you do it really well. Your throat and third eye, that's relaxed a lot more. It's natural sort of position. And your crown chakra is opened out again, which it's like that. So it's nice sort of 45 degrees. And there's a lot more play in your life. So I think this is a trying 2 months. I think the first 2 months are going to be busy. I think you're going to enjoy it though. And then in the third month, I think after that, it's almost like you found your rhythm. This is it. You're off and you're running, okay? And you're going to hold presence. Your aura is a lot fuller. It's a lot more vibrant. And you're going to hold position with everything that is around you. And I think it's going to be really nice. Okay, let's just get a reading off the ley line for you. There's the ley line. Let's just see what they've got to say for you. You'll know. You'll know. And then they said, you explain it to them. You'll know at the moment you do something and you kind of go, oh, right, it works like that. And that's how I can, oh, right. And that's how I can manifest things. It's a real, that's how the energy is really trying to encourage you to understand. It's a real constant sort of realizations over this next 2 or 3 months. I think that more happens after from February going through to the 21st of March. So there you go, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being with us. Hope you enjoyed that. As I say, these readings here, the energy blueprint readings that we're going to be doing from the new year, we're going to be going into the physical side of the body, the emotional side, the karmic missions a lot more, and your karmic sort of block and stuff like that, relationships and how you combine and how you get the opportunities a lot more, dowsing basically your energy and the connection to the energy through the sun and etc., which we go into on Somatic TV. There you go, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for being here again. So anyway, it's only left for me to say, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.